Pilot doesn't want you on the plane. The crew doesn't want you on the plane.
For what reason?
They don't have to have a reason.
They need to have a reason.
No, not by law. No.
Look, this is my seat, 25D.
Okay.
Can I come and show you where is
No.
my seat?
No.
This is my seat, so you are doing something wrong.
No. Have nothing to do with the plane.
My daughter was supposed
All
to change the seat, but the person...
I'm giving you, are you going to come off the plane or no? That's all I need to know.
I am on my seat. Look, this is the 25D, and I registered where I'm sitting.
Hello. What's going on?
He's recording now, so you don't even have
He threatened all of us too.
What's that?
He threatened all of us too. So
All right, so here's
What's going on?
BSOS. Yeah, he knows the story. All right, it's stuff right
okay.
here.
So 20. Okay.
Personally non-compliant. He's traveling with his kids and another family member, the grandmother. He placed the daughter in someone else's seat, and while we seated them with the grandmother, with the adult, part of the family. He removed the daughter and put them in the other seat beside him and the other daughter, which was assigned to someone else. The flight attendant
Not part of his family, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Flight attendant asked, to put the daughter back with the grandmother, so the other person was sitting there assigned seat. He refused to do it. He was non-compliant, very combative. He asked him to get off the aircraft, get his stuff, and get off the aircraft. He was very rude, so they become threatening. And he was just non-compliant, very combative, and not listening to any guard instructions. So I had him our card here, a notice of non-compliance. He refused to take it. He started recording me, which he has a right to. But I did let him know I don't consent to him recording. He's right here. So we like him off the aircraft. The flight crew is not comfortable. They're not safe with him.
Okay, so who you want off the aircraft? Just him?
This gentleman right here.
And the kids can fly with the grandma?
If he's willing to let the kids go with the grandmother, but he's going to have to get on. So who doesn't want him on board, they're not safe. Don't just take him on board.
Okay.
We were willing to rebook him on the next flight.
Broward Sheriff's deputies were called to the gate after the flight crew reported a disruptive passenger, a man who had switched his young daughter from her assigned seat into the seat next to him, displacing another passenger. Before we get into this, if you're new here, this channel covers real body cam footage and breaks down exactly what went wrong, what went right, and what the law actually says. Hit that subscribe button and the bell so you never miss a breakdown. New videos drop every week. Now let's get into it.
All right. So this is what's going to happen, all right?
Yes.
The pilot doesn't want you on the plane. The crew doesn't want you on the plane.
For what reason?
They don't have to have a reason.
They need to have a reason.
No, not by law. No. Once the pilot says you're
Take
off,
me
you're
down
off.
on the plane with my kids and my disabled mother?
So your kids can stay with your mother if
No,
that's what you want?
no.
Okay. So
The kids
this is what's going to happen. I'm going to tell you no. I'm going to tell you this is the way it works. Okay?
Yes.
Well, they can come off with you if that's what you want. That's fine. All right? They're your kids.
For
You can take
for
them.
what reason?
Because apparently you're not following rules and
I am
regulations.
following rules. Why?
All right?
I was on my seat.
Okay.
Come on, I'll show
Apparently
you.
I don't need to come anywhere.
I'll show you my
Okay?
seat.
So
I have
if
my
you refuse,
ticket.
listen.
I
If
have
you
my-
refuse to come off, you'll be arrested. Everybody
what?
on this plane will have to come off, and you'll be arrested. As
For
simple
what?
as
Look.
that. All right.
Look, this is my seat, 25D.
Okay.
Can I come and show you where is
No.
my seat?
No.
This is my seat, so you are doing something wrong.
No. Have nothing to do with the plane.
My daughter was supposed
All
to change the seat, but the
I'm
person...
giving you. Are you going to come off the plane or no? That's all I need.
I
to
am
know.
on my seat. Look, this is the 25D, and I registered where I'm sitting.
Okay. Are
I'm
you
si-
understanding what I'm telling
I
you?
am sitting on 25D.
Okay. Come on up. You're going under arrest.
Don't worry about it. Put your hands back.
Hands behind your back. Do it now.
Put your hands behind your back.
I am putting my hands behind my back.
I got it.
Drop the phone. Drop the phone.
You don't want to do it the right way, right?
Okay.
I want you to come off with your kids, or your kids to go with your mother.
Okay.
But you want to go to jail, so that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well,
You don't know how to tackle at all. Get down. Get down.
Bibi,
30, give me another unit.
Bibi stala.
Get down. Turn around.
Bibi stala. Bibi stala. Bibi stala. Bibi stala. Bibi stala. Bibi stala. Aiutami. Aiutami. Aiutami.
Sit down. You will get your ass saved.
Aiutami. 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 Aiutami.
Turn around.
Sono pipila. Pipila. Aiuto, sapipila. Sono pipila. Please. Please, sono pipila. Please. Sono pipila, please.
So you can slow down. We got 2 in custody.
Please, sono pipila. Mia moglie. Please. Sono bimbi, sono formale. Fanno male i bimbi. Sono bimbi là. Oh. Ok. Oh, yeah.
Just wait till the rest of them get here.
Sono bimbi là. Sono bimbi là.
Yeah. You guys want to open up? Y'all good? Yeah. All right. We'll wait till the rest of them get here. Just face the wall. You don't have nothing to talk about. Don't come running at the police like that.
Let go.
No, you was he did.
Because he was coming.
You wouldn't listen.
He was coming
That's
to
why
me.
you in custody.
He was coming to me. I promise you.
Well, the way of doing things.
Please do me a favor. Please do me a favor. Just let him go. Let him go, please. I'll do whatever you want.
I know you
I
would.
swear to God.
That's why
Whatever
you're
you want.
detained right now.
Okay.
This way right there.
I was never detained in my life. This is unfair.
You didn't want to listen,
I'm
so.
not saying that you are doing something unfair. Absolutely. I respect you. I respect your job.
Thank you for respecting me.
But please let him go.
Please. Please.
Just
Sono i bimbi. Sono i bimbi.
That's fine.
There's no debates here. I'm gonna send somebody else come, then I walk out.
All right.
Well, actually,
I need somebody
you
to
want to wait
fill out
because
the
you got to get information. So wait. Just hold them out there till somebody else come.
My mom is disabled. She cannot bring the kids.
I just need your info. Yeah. And the flyer and all that.
Action reaction. That's what that's called.
No, they're gonna pay for
And you
it.
said that
They're gonna have
the dad was trying to grab me, or
Whichever one of you back was turned, he was trying
yeah, I was
to grab
grabbing
you,
his
and that's
phone
when
off
I-
the floor.
That's
Okay.
that's when I grabbed you. We have the camera.
Yeah, you have on my phone too. Don't worry, you have the video. You have everything.
I think it was him. His back was turned, and then the pops was trying to grab on. I didn't. What is
He was trying to grab me. That's what he's trying to do.
The officer's back is
He
turned.
was trying to grab me. That's what he's trying to do. He doesn't even speak English.
I got their info. That's all. Just I gonna need somebody else because I got 2.
Okay.
We took him, and I guess Dad came running after. They said when I was trying to pick up his phone,
Running
I
after him. Yes, after me he was.
then they went after Samaj.
After me he was running.
You don't need anything else for anyone on the
And I got the 2
Who's
friends
Albert?
and witness.
I am Albert.
So I need the one for the guy outside. I can print it for you up here.
Can you please let my dad go?
That's not mine.
It's beyond that. It's too late now.
Please.
You didn't want to listen. You could have just came off by yourself and let your whole family fly.
The kids go.
That's how I tried to have you do, right?
It's been a week.
But you didn't want to listen.
It's been a week. They didn't see their mom. Please, officer.
It's not up to us.
Go outside. Go up front.
Let my dad go. Who's somebody?
Boy.
I need units with a cage. I don't have a cage. What's your date of birth, Dad?
He doesn't speak English.
Okay. When was your dad born?
4/23, 1956. He was just coming.
And where was he born?
Sheriff, he was just coming to me, man. Come on.
Where was your dad
Do
born?
whatever you want. Just don't register it, please.
Where was your dad born?
In Albania. Go.
He a U.S. citizen or Albanian citizen?
Who?
Your dad.
My dad is Albanian. He has a green card. He didn't do nothing. He didn't do nothing. He was coming to me. The kids were crying. That's why he came.
What's the phone number for you?
Please, he didn't do anything.
And where were you born?
I was born in Albania.
And are you Albanian citizen still or U.S.?
I'm alright.
You're American now?
Yes, sir. It's been 10 years. I never had trouble with anybody. The guy on the plane, he was very rude.
Right, but I explained to you multiple times
Absolutely.
that they don't want you on the plane. The pilot has the authority of the plane. Whatever they tell you, you got to do it.
I thought you were just trying. I swear to
Why
God.
would I do that?
I swear to my life.
I just wanted you to get off the plane and your children to go with the family.
I thought you were just saying. If
All
I
right.
knew, I would have complied. Absolutely.
I told you that that's the way it's going to work if you refuse, okay?
Absolutely.
So unfortunately,
100%, I will.
and that's where we're at now. Unfortunately, your family's getting kicked off the plane too.
My mom, can you please? Please.
We don't have control over that.
My
Once the
dad.
airline makes that decision,
No,
that's
for
it.
my dad, please.
No, it's already past that.
The flight attendant asked him to move the child back. He refused. The crew issued him a notice of non-compliance, a formal written warning that you are violating federal aviation regulations. He still refused to cooperate. So the crew did what they have the legal right to do. They asked him to leave the aircraft. He refused that too. That's when deputies were called in. Now watch what happens next. Pay close attention to what the officer says, and more importantly what the father says back. The deputy explains it clearly. The pilot doesn't want him on the plane. The crew doesn't want him on the plane. Under 49 U.S. Code 44902, the pilot in command has the legal authority to refuse transport to any passenger they deem a threat to safety, no specific reason required by law. The man pushes back. They need to have a reason. Here's the thing. Legally? They don't. Not in the way he means. The pilot's authority on that aircraft is nearly absolute. The deputy gives him a clear choice: walk off voluntarily, let his kids fly with grandma, and get rebooked on the next flight. A clean out. No charges. The man refuses. He keeps pointing to his seat assignment 25D as if having the right seat makes the removal unlawful. It doesn't. When he refuses to comply, deputies move in. He's taken down in the aisle of the plane in front of his children. And then his father, an elderly Albanian man with a green card who does not speak English, comes running. Whether he was trying to intervene or simply reacting to seeing his son on the ground, deputies grab him too. 2 arrests. In front of crying kids. In the aisle of a commercial aircraft. Now let's talk about what each of these men was actually charged with. Because the charges tell the story. The son, the man in the seat, was charged with 1. Trespassing after warning. Once the airline and crew asked him to leave and he refused, he was legally trespassing on private property. Yes, an aircraft counts. The warning was the notice of non-compliance. He stayed anyway. 2. Resisting an officer without violence. He didn't physically attack anyone, but he didn't comply either. In Florida, that's still a first-degree misdemeanor, up to 1 year in jail and a $1,000 fine. The father, the elderly man, was charged with interfering with an arrest. When he came toward the deputy during the handcuffing, that legally constituted interference, regardless of his intent or language barrier. Now you can debate whether these charges were proportionate. You can debate whether the airline handled the seating dispute properly before it escalated. But by the time those deputies stepped on that plane, the law was not on this man's side. Here's what this case really comes down to: the moment a pilot removes you from a flight, you have almost no legal recourse in that moment. Your only move is to comply, get off, and fight it later through the airline, through legal channels, through the FAA if necessary. Fighting it on the plane, in the aisle, with deputies present, that is the fastest way to turn a seat dispute into a criminal record. This man had a case to make. Maybe the seating situation was handled unfairly. Maybe the crew escalated too quickly. But the moment he refused to deplane, that case became much harder to win. And his kids watched the whole thing. What do you think? Did the deputies handle this right? Or did this go too far, too fast? Drop your take in the comments. I read every single one. If this breakdown was useful, hit that like button, it helps more people find the channel. And if you're not subscribed yet, now's the time. New body cam breakdowns every week. I'll see you in the next one.